I think his shooting is going to improve too.
Really?
I think he'll become a better spot-up shooter.
Wow.
Just with age, but that's down the line.
Look, I really don't think he will. I think if anything, we'll probably see him for the first time in his career fall under 20 points per game next year. This segment of the podcast is called The Shootout. And today we are going to shoot out how much longer LeBron James is going to be the best player in the league or top 10 player in the league. Macca, what is your first point?
Well, I think LeBron is going to continue to be great, especially in the playoffs. I would give him another 3 to 4 years at the same level we're seeing right now. Definitely at least 3 more years. I don't think there's an athlete. First of all, there's not an athlete in the history of professional sports that's spent more time, invested more into his body and to his, just his regimen is like second to none. If anybody can do it, which would be like the point is to play at least 20 years in the league. If anyone can do that at the level he's playing, it's LeBron James. I can't see any other way that it's going, honestly. He's just so good, and I've never seen someone with his longevity. It's incredible.
I don't think he can continue it.
Where do you draw the line?
As a premier talent in the league, probably this year.
This year?
Yeah, 36. Oh. It's a really tough go because he's at some point it's just the way things work, he will slow down. It will happen.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
I'm not denying that. Yeah. But I do think he's got at least 3 more good years in him. And my point for the motivating factor is chasing the Jordan rings thing. So whether or not he wins 3 more rings to pass Jordan or even 2 more to tie him, he's sitting at 4 right now. That's up for debate. That's its own shootout segment. But I think he has a lot of different motivating factors. Honestly, another thing to keep in mind is he's chasing the all-time scoring record. So number 2, right now he's number 3. He just finished the last game. He's sitting at 34,285 points. Second of all time is Karl Malone at 36,928. And all-time leading scorer is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 38,387. Now, LeBron's only 4,102 points behind Kareem. If you do the math, at the pace he's playing, which again I think he can keep up, or even he might drop off a little bit in the next 3 years, that's achievable in less than 3 seasons.
Okay.
So he's probably going to aim for that at least. And then he's also aiming to get rings. Now the rings thing, I think, again, the decline is inevitable. But by sheer force of will, LeBron being the leader, the intangible factor he is in every game, his basketball IQ, those things are going to lead to rings, and that's why I think he can definitely win at least 2 more rings, even if he's not the best player in the league. But if the argument is him staying as the best player in the league, definitely 2-3 more years. Wow.
Look, statistically he's going to change the way he plays because he'll slow down.
Probably.
It's inevitable that, the athleticism will go down, but the court vision and stuff will always be at a premier level.
I think his shooting is going to improve too.
Really?
I think he'll become a better spot-up shooter.
Wow.
Just with age, but that's down the line.
Look, I really don't think he will. I think if anything, we see the numbers decline, so he can, meet up with Bronny later. So he'll take more care of his body through the season.
Fair.
We'll probably see him for the first time in his career fall under 20 points per game next year. Just for his career longevity. He'll cut down on his minutes. He'll probably put up more assists. His rebound numbers will go down, but we'll probably see him play more of a point guard role with less of an impact on the offensive end. I don't see him continuing the level of play for another 3 years. The way he plays, so 100 miles an hour and everything's so quick, The only thing that won't change is the court vision. Everything else will fall off.
Okay. See, again, I think he can still be the best player in the league despite not going. I think he's not going 100% all the time anymore. This season in particular, I can see being more coasty than previous years, but he's still the best player in the league. And given his longevity, his track record of taking care of himself and preparing for the playoffs, ultimately the team that wins the championship and the best player on that team is generally considered the best player in the world. The only person at this point that can challenge LeBron for that title to me is Kevin Durant, based on the skill set and the ability to win a ring. LeBron is going to continue to stay on the path to potentially being the GOAT if he's not already. And that includes this year and includes at least next year. I'm giving him at least 2 more years at the level he's playing right now. At least.
Yeah, I think he's got one.
One tops.
I think he's got one. I think at the end of this year, we'll see the play style change. And again, this is just opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I've been saying this for a couple of years, so obviously I've been wrong to this point.
There have been people doubting him for a long time.
He's the best player I've ever seen.
Me too.
Like, unbelievable. One of my favorite players to watch. Love everything he does. It's just to the point now where at 36 years of age, he can't go up. He can't go up.
I don't see him going up statistically. It's
Yeah.
maybe assists at if anything.
Yeah.
But things are going to decline slightly.
Yeah.
But I don't think very much.
I
I don't
just
think
think-
it's going to be stark.
I just think his body is at the point now where, he's taken care of it to this point. But he's coming off now the shortest off season ever in the history of sports.
True.
It's bound to have a profound effect on the way he plays basketball, and the way his body holds up through the course of a game and course of a season. It's a tough one because I don't want to see it. But yeah, at some point, a player's body and anyone's body will just refuse to do what it used to do. I can see that affecting the way LeBron James plays and the numbers that he puts up. I can see him falling under 20 points next year.
Okay, that's fair. I disagree. I think he's going to continue to be great. One last thing, I just have a bold prediction for LeBron. Either one of these two things is going to happen. He's going to win at least 2 more rings, or he's going to hold out and he's going to play with Bronny for 1 season.
Yeah, I think he'll play with Bronny.
One of those two things is going to happen.
He'll play with Bronny. I don't think that's even up for debate. I think that's what he's holding out for. I don't think he cares about chasing stats anymore. I think he did when he was younger. But now that he's at this age, I think it's really just about he just wants to play with his son. He just wants to play basketball with his son. So
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, we'll see how it all ends up. But that's my opinion. That's your opinion. We'll agree to disagree.
And that's the shootout.
And that's it. That's the shootout. As quick as it
Put the
came,
weapons away.
It's gone. Yeah, we can't shoot anyway, so we're probably just spraying shots left and right. Yeah,